Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I've got another album review for you. And today this is going to be Midnite City's new album, Itch You Can't Scratch. And they are putting that album out through Roulette Records. And, the guys came together in 2017. They are considered hair metal, sleaze rock. I think they're more sleaze rock, so I don't think we'll split hairs over it, but they're in that same genre. Um, I had the chance to catch them in 2019. I was out in the UK covering the Hard Rock Hell AOR festival, and the guys were on the lineup. So, of course, I checked them out, and I thought they were really a fun band. They look good. They have that kind of sleazy presence to them that fits the hair metal scene. And they're not doing anything pretentious with their music. It's just really fun rock music. It's catchy. They've got hooks in there that you're going to remember. The lyrics are going to stick, and you're going to be instantly kind of doing that in your head thing where you're singing it over and over. The guy's album has 10 tracks. I think it's a really solid album. So for the meat and bones of the album itself, I think my favorite track was Atomic because it just has that catchy essence to it where it's like atomic radio, that we're just going to pick it up, and it's just got that interesting hook that's going to make you go, oh, I remember that. But it's fun. And I think too, they put out a really fun video with it. And these guys tend to do that when they put out videos. They do something fun and interesting to make it memorable. And they did that with this one. They tied up the producer who was doing the album and taped his mouth up and, made it just kind of fun. And we're to do it our ways, rock and roll kind of thing. As far as the album goes, of course, like I said, 10 tracks, and there are 2 ballads on this album. You're going to get that with Fire Inside and If It's Over, which of course, hair metal, sleaze rock, you cannot do an album and feel authentic if you don't have the ballads, right? So, and I'm not a big fan of ballads, but when it comes to this genre, that is where it falls, and that's the appropriate space for them. So definitely. The guys did a really good album. It does play through really well. The ballads are placed, parted way far apart to not stick the album down in a different tempo than what it should be, or to kind of throw you off. The ballad does not come in the first punch either, which I appreciate that. It, is a few tracks in, first ballad comes in, last one is second to last track. So you get a lot of fun raunchiness in the middle. Vocals are great on this because they're that gritty, that raunchy feel. They're not over mixed, and it just has that kind of hey, we're here kind of thing to it. And I appreciate that because that is what the genre should be sounding like. That's what it's always sounded like. And to be authentic, it does need to have that feel to it. So I do appreciate what they do with that. The writing on this was really fun. I didn't find anything super progressive or evolved in the sound because they stuck to the really authentic sound of the genre. Which is perfectly fine. I don't say that as any way to cut down what they've done because it keeps it really that vibey feel. And when I listen to the music, like those styles of music in this style, I want to hear that authentic feel because, I am an 80s girl and I grew up in that first run era of it. And if I'm going to hear it, I want it to sound like what it was because that's what it was. Otherwise, pick a different genre. I mean, that really is kind of my thought on it. And I think the guys did a really exceptional job doing the album. As far as the recording and the writing, I mean, the writing is really well done. A lot of fun in it. The lyrics, some of those lyrics were really hard hitting, especially the ballads. You could feel kind of like the pain in the songs, which was, what it should be feeling. The production of it itself, it was recorded, sounds good. The final mix and master leaves a little grit edge on it. So it's not overmastered, which I really appreciate because some people tend to do that on these albums, and you really need to leave some of that rawness in there. So they really worked well. I think the guys did a really good job with this one. I was glad this one hit my inbox. I wonder what the guys have been up to since HRH. And, speaking of HRH, the guys do have some gigs coming up in August. If you happen to be out in the UK, you guys want to go see them. They're going to be playing Stoke, Bradford, Coventry, Sheffield, of course, at HRH Sleaze on August 28th. And, they're going to be hitting a few other things. And I know they're working on scheduling some more dates. So definitely check these guys out. If you like that style of rock and roll and you just like the fun punch to it, these guys are a lot of fun. They're fun to watch. If you get a chance to catch them live, go do it because they are a lot of fun live. But the album itself is a really good playthrough, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So check these guys out again. It's Itch You Can't Scratch through Roulette Records. It's out this Friday. So go give the guys some love and go catch the live show, grab some merch from them. And we will see you guys on the next album review.